Good morning, Calgary. Good morning, Canada. Welcome back to BT. Meredith Shaw Sitzixero here with you. Are you ready for one of the hottest sipping events of the summer? Wine Fest Toronto. I regret doing that. I'm sorry. Wine Fest Toronto is back for another year, celebrating the city's buzzing wine culture with food and wine from around the world. Here to tell us more this morning is sommelier and chief creative officer of Wine Fest Toronto, Angela Aiello. Angela, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's great to have you here.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks for bringing all your little friends.
Yes, of course.
We're excited to dive in, dig into this.
Yes.
July 5th to 7th is Wine Fest.
Yes.
It's back. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, inaugurally our 4th or 5th year here with some time in between for COVID, but it's an all-you-can-taste passport designed event, which is why I love it. There's a lot of other festivals you go to and you kind of are spending cash as you're at the festival.
Yeah, so we're ticketed as
Yes.
you go. And,
this is a pay one price, taste over 120 wines.
That's how you do it.
Wow.
So you can actually taste
That's
from 12 different regions, which is very cool.
Outstanding. So the pairing is why you're here,
Yes.
to give us a taste, literally, of what to expect. Where do you want to start, Angela?
Yes, we have wines of the world, so 12 different regions, but we also have food trucks at our festival coming up. So we have 3 different really cool inspired food for the pairings today. So you guys can pick up a glass of sparkling if you wanted to. This is Summerhill Sparkling, and I've paired it with an Indian-inspired samosas. We have the dosa samosa and a butter chicken samosa. Super fun. So inspired by the taste of India from Rick's Good Eats, and it's really quite lovely. It's been founded by... Isn't that delicious?
And I can tell that it would go nicely with the samosa.
Yes.
There's like a sharpness, sort of acidicness to it in the best way, but with the sort of butteriness or richness of the samosa, they'll balance beautifully.
We have smoky and creamy
What she said.
and acidity and creaminess. So contrasting and comparative, basically a tasting program right here.
Yeah, beautiful. Love.
All right, Angela, please
Gorgeous.
continue. What's next?
take us
Okay,
through.
so now we have an incredible barbecue selection for you, paired with some lighter-bodied red wines. So you never want to pair spice or anything with the barbecue with heavier-bodied wines or really like high-alcohol wines. So this is kind of under the 13% range. So you can pick these up. We've got 2 pork dishes and a squid, which is really lovely.
This looks and smells.
The squid actually with rosé. I love a food pairing trick I have is to always. I'm matching today.
Yeah, you
but
are.
is to pair color with color of the food, color of the wine. If you don't remember anything, that's a very creative way to pair
never heard
food
that
and
before.
wine.
Oh, yeah, because a white wine and a pasta,
Exactly.
that makes sense. And a fish, okay.
So this is Slow Jams, Filipino inspired. If you feel so much, feel free to grab it and pick it up.
And why are we low alcohol content with barbecued flavors? I haven't heard
Lower,
that
like
before. Lower.
less than 15% is kind of where you want to go. And then you want to serve your red wine slightly chilled. Because the minute you add spice and alcohol, it's not a very pleasant experience on your palate. So you want to kind of even out.
It's delicious.
That's so yummy.
Yes. Emiliana is fantastic. It's actually the largest organic winery in the world. And Rioja is a really fascinating region in Spain. Spain's most celebrated wine region, actually.
Well, and I love that you're saying give it a little chilled.
Yeah,
Because I
exactly.
thought that was a no-no for red wine.
Chill your red wines this summer, absolutely.
And what's the
Angela
max
said so.
on the level of alcohol for good pairing?
For red wine, 13.5. I mean, it's kind of nice. Anything higher, you really want to just go into that red steak category, you know, something with a little bit more tannins. But as soon as you add the barbecue, you add an element of smokiness that brings out the fruit in the wine.
All right, we got, but I'm in a minute.
Yeah, perfect. Poutine here.
Yeah, there's a poutine happening.
From Get Your Own Taters.
Whoa.
So we have a Korean-inspired tater tot poutine here, which is really quite lovely. A poutine, yes. Paired
poutine dream
really
there.
nicely with Sauvignon Blanc from South Africa, which is going to be there. Or we have a Niagara-on-the-Lake rosé, which is really quite delicious as well.
Fantastic.
So,
And do I have your permission, Angela, to
Yeah,
walk
you gotta
around
try a
here?
little poutine.
I'm sorry.
dive in there.
When in Rome.
As to poutine.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Can you just before we go, just sort of a plan of attack when you go into Wine Fest?
Oh, Wine
people
Fest.
can get overwhelmed. Where would you start? Would you literally start with sort of the lighter ones, like for your palate?
I would definitely, especially if that's your style.
Yeah.
And you want to try a plethora of styles.
Wow.
Sparkling, white, rosé, and then into red, right?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And the foods too. Start light and then go into more heavier based foods for your palate.
And this is a hit, obviously. He is two-teamed and he loves it. Where can people find out more info and get tickets to the Wine Fest?
Wine Fest Toronto. Follow me at Super Wine Girl and Wine Fest Toronto on Instagram too.
Thanks, Angela.
Cheers.
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 I'm afraid about more BT coming up after this. Oh.
To poutine or not to poutine?